time to do some really easy Distress ink watercolour. Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and I'm really excited. I'm partying with Penny today. We are hopping along to celebrate the new Timeless collection release, and there will be giveaways, so hang on to your horses and I'll let you know more about that in a minute. So what I'm doing here, because I better explain what I'm up to before I finish the card. What I'm doing here is stamping out this most gorgeous stamp set, which is called Special Friends, on some Bristol Smooth cardstock with Onyx Black ink, because I want to do some really easy watercolouring today. I want to make a panel of these animals, and they're the cutest little bunnies, squirrel, hedgehogs, and I know a lot of people are quite intimidated by watercolouring, and I'm no expert, but I love to do it. And you don't need to go out and buy heaps of new supplies. You can actually use, if you have distress inks, I find they're one of the easiest things to watercolour with, but a lot of the other inks that you own will probably work really well too. Now, Bristol Smooth is not watercolour cardstock, but it does hold up really well to some watery mediums like watercolour inks. And the other properties that I like about it is the bright whiteness of it, which is unlike a lot of the watercolour cardstock, and it's nice and smooth, and that means I can stamp on it without having to worry about the texture of the paper and having to use my Misty. I can actually use my blocks because I'm lazy. And maybe I should use my Misty more. I don't know. I do like my Misty, you know that. So how I'm adding my colour is really easy. I've got a brush, a well of water. My colour I've just simply added onto a palette. This is just a plastic palette. You can use anything plastic, a lid of something, some scrap plastic from packaging, whatever you have. You can actually add it directly to a craft sheet, which is what I'm working on. And then I'm adding some water to an image, picking up the colour and dropping it in. Now it will dry lighter, so after it's dried, what I do now is I actually come in with a little bit less water on my brush, picking up more of the colour without diluting it, and just adding it roughly where the shadows are going to be. This is watercolour. You want it to look washy. I think it looks awesome when it's washy, and I try and control it too much usually, so I'm enjoying the washed out look. I'm also using my distress inks to add the background colour. I am going to add two, because I think that adding two colours really gives it a different kind of depth, and you can use whatever colours you wanted. I was originally going to go for a brownie sort of tone in the background, but then I went for the brown animals and I thought, no, I'm going to go green. Why not? So I've got shabby shutters, and then I'm dropping the water in, picking up some of the wet colour and just moving it around. I haven't masked off any of my images. I'm keeping this really simple. After that's dry, what I'm doing here is actually picking up a second colour, and this is the bundled sage. I'm thinking, this doesn't sound right, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And I'm adding the water on the palette and picking up. I'm not actually adding the water to the cardstock, and I'm just letting that sit on top and working my way around the whole image, and then using the same colour after it's dry to add some depth to my leaves, which I did scatter about my image. I'm going to stamp out my sentiment. It's from the same set, and there's 3 different sentiments that you can use on this set as well. And I went with happy birthday. I think this would make a really pretty kids card. Now, like I said, this is part of a release blog hop for Penny Black, and if you head to my blog, it's linked in the description below. You can find out how you can win and go shopping at the Penny Black online store. There's some amazing stamps and dies. Oh, did you see? This set has a set of coordinating dies. I love that Penny Black are starting to do those now, because it means that you can just do so many different techniques. Alright, so I've cut my panel down now and just attaching it to the front of my top fold card. And I did actually add some little white gel pen dots around the leaves, but I haven't included that in the video, but you'll be able to see that in the photos at the end. I have popped up my little sentiment, and don't forget to head to my blog if you're here in March 2019. I'd love to see you there. If you like this video, please like it, and if you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and I can see you back here real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.